Good afternoon and welcome to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel for a Ford Galaxy Titanium walk around video. But before we begin, if you are enjoying our content and would like to see some more in the future, click that subscribe button and that way you'll be in tune with all of our latest content. This here is an Agate Black Ford Galaxy Titanium FHEV. So that is a full hybrid electrical vehicle, otherwise known as a self-charging hybrid. So we have a small capacity battery in the back that are low torque demands even, and low speeds. It will run on electricity, but when that exceeds the torque demands, you have a 2.5 litre petrol engine that kicks in, and that will get you where you need to go. This produces 190 PS of power, and that is transmitted through an automatic gearbox. The Galaxy is registered on a 2023 registration, meaning we have Ford warranty till May 2026. We've done just over 9,500 miles, but I'll get you the exact number once we're on the dash in a moment. So it might start raining, or it might become a hurricane, who knows, with the weather this April. So if there is an April shower, we are going to continue. So we arrive first off at the near side front bumper, where I present to you the wonderful, beautiful remote central locking key. Clicking the unlock button in turn will wake up the daytime running lights, the bits that appear to be flashing in the video. That is simply because the frequency in which my camera records at. But let me assure you, in real life they're not flashing, they're just giving other road users ultimate visibility, so that means you're always going to be seen. Back down to the headlights there, you've got some LED headlights there which are adaptive, so they adapt to the environment. Coming down, LED front fogs, and we have front parking sensors that wrap themselves all the way around that front bumper. And the reason for that is because we have Ford Self Park Assist. So yes, it will quite literally park itself for you. More goodies to go out at the front of this vehicle. Look at that beautiful chrome grille to begin with. Nestled in the middle of that is a front view camera. Click it once, you'll see just out the front. Click it again, you'll get a wide spectrum panoramic view. Just down to the right hand side there is a front facing radar, responsible for some of the driver assistance packs, such as pre-collision assist. And don't worry, I will cover the entirety of the driver assistance pack once we're inside in a minute. Before we do, let's walk ourselves around to these beautiful 19-inch silver sparkle alloy wheels, fitted as standard with the Continental Premium Contact 6 tyres, and they're in pretty good condition. So I've just left one ajar there so you can see down the cross reference of the tyre. Again, silver sparkle really goes lovely. You've got bits of silver, bits of chrome, silver wheels with the Agate Black body. It looks just fantastic. Just going to draw your attention up into the windscreen. As you guessed it, sensors. That there is a light sensor for the automated lights. Further north, 3 more. We have a traffic speed sign recognition camera. This can be used in coordination with the intelligent speed limiter, meaning if you have your speed limiter set and you go past a differing speed sign, it will change automatically. The left hand side is a light sensor for the auto high beam, and to the right hand side a rain sensor for the auto wipers. Back down to the body of the vehicle. Lock the vehicle on the remote central locking. I'm going to take the camera to half zoom, because on the door handle here we have these 4 lines which signify we have keyless entry. A simple tap behind the door handle unlocks the vehicle, and tap again on those lines, it then locks the vehicle. So please note we have power folding and heated door mirrors, and at the end of those are blind spot assist monitors. I have to put my hand there so you can actually see it. That will give an orange illumination if someone's in your blind spot, either on the near side or the off side of the vehicle. I'm trying my very best to protect the microphone, as typically as I start recording it starts blowing a gale. So we're going to move ourselves around the vehicle now. We can see we've got a lovely rear privacy glass there, and even we have silver painted roof rails. So for roof boxes on the agenda, that's going to be nice and easy to achieve. At this stage of the video, I take a step back and get nice and tight to the offside of the body, and I'm just going to gently rock the camera side to side all the way down, hopefully displaying how wonderful all these body panels are, using that light to our advantage. What you've just seen there is the lights flicker and the mirrors fold back in. That is because keyless entry expires after about 20 seconds or so. Don't forget the offside rear. The fans will be furious. That there is the offside rear. Thank you very much. Right, moving ourselves around the rear bumper. Let's give you a nice shot of that, and give you a nice dramatic zoom in to the high definition reversing camera. And yes, we'll have a look inside the rear in just a minute. We're going to give the near side the exact same treatment. So again, starting off nice and high, it's going to gently rock that camera side to side down the near side of the body there. As you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. Back now to the near side rear wheel, beautiful silver sparkle, and then to the near side front wheel, and again beautiful. So that's the exterior taken care of, walked around corner to corner, door to door. Now double clicking on the boot function will wake up the electronic power tailgate, nice and easy, and that exposes the versatility of these Ford Galaxies. So many party pieces to go out in these Galaxies. They really are an amazing vehicle. So at the moment we have obviously 2 front seats and we have a row of 3 seats just behind. We are privy enough to have this beautiful control panel down here, and at a click of a button you can drop the seats. So I'm going to go to the right door in a minute, so clicking on the right button lowers the right seat. So if you did need an extraordinarily large boot or large volume space, if you're putting a bed in there for example, you can fold all your seats down and you've got a massive boot space. Little party piece, and the reason I'm guessing you're watching this video is because you actually require 7 seats. So with the click of a button you can erect the rear 2 seats like so, and again once you're done with them you can drop them with a click of a button as well, so they go up and down on the electric motors. A couple more party pieces to go out whilst we're just here. Underneath this little liner here is a detachable tow bar. For some reason I put it back in its packet, but please believe me, there we are, we have a detachable tow bar there. So for all the up-to-date towing capacities for this vehicle, can I please recommend you visit the ford.co.uk website, and that'll give you everything you need to know. So that's inside the boot, and to close up the electric tailgate once more, it's a simple click on that button just there. Now let's have a look inside, shall we? So keyless entry as well, sorry, on this vehicle it's active on all 4 doors. So imagine if you had shopping, children or anything in between, it's been nice and easy for you to unlock the vehicle and gain entry without having to scramble around for your keys, which I think is a very nice feature. Now, we'll come back to the seats in just a second. I always begin on the door cards. So the Lux pack comes with this lovely Salerno leather. So it's got some beautiful leather all the way through, and it's all defined with this beautiful whitey silvery stitching. So that leather leads into the gloss black control panel for the offside rear window. Now let's spin that camera around for the first time. So these 3 rear seats are all individual to themselves. What do I mean by that, I hear you ask? Well, you have the rail underneath, so you can slide it forward or backwards and even use that to recline the rear seats. But because they are all individual seats, that means they're all ISO fixing capabilities. So if you do require 3 ISO fixing seats, not many vehicles on the market can offer you that, so that's a big plus. Down at the bottom there is a 12 volt socket and also an AC 230 volt 150 watt plug socket. Just above, rear air conditioning vents. We have lovely little picnic tables come up as well, perfect for the kids. Underneath the mat on the offside rear is this little hatch. Then there is a tyre sealant kit and compressor, totally keep you going in the right direction in a case of a screw or a nail trying to ruin your day. So that's the rear, and that is marvellous. Oh no, apologies, it's not fair, because what I didn't do, apologies, is show you the rear seat. So again, I'll put the right one down so we can access that. So as you can see, nice comfortable seat, nice and padded, lovely Salerno leather. This lever here will again push you forward and backwards, so you can adjust the amount of leg room you have. So you know it can be a lot more than you're currently looking at there, let me assure you. Right, so I don't want to forget about that, because obviously it's quite important. So now the driver's seat. So hold your breath, because we've got lots of specification to cover in the next 10 minutes. So again, beautiful Salerno leather leading into your control panel for all 4 window controls, electric mirror adjustment, folding and window lock for the rear, and that's just to dictate which mirror you're adjusting. The driver's seat is a 1-2-3 memory seat function, so a 3-way memory function, and interior locking is found on that cluster also. For the last time in this video, let's spin that camera around to show you some of these lovely beautiful front seats. So you've got extra support in the lower back and the base part of the seat, but they're going to be very comfortable, very durable, and going to last you the test of time. This little switch here, this is all for your electric seats. So both the passenger and driver's seat are electronically controlled. So your 1 and 2 is your forward and backwards, your 3 and your 4 is your height, your 5 and your 6 is your rear height, 7 and 8 is your rear tilt, and 9 and 10 is your lumbar adjustment. So I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle now. You may hear a little bit of distortion on my microphone as I get into the vehicle, so just bear with me for a second. Marvellous. Right, now we're out the wind, let's take the hood down and let's try and get comfortable. Okay, so to complement the keyless entry even, we have the engine start stop button. Foot on the brake, the light goes green. One click of that and that will turn everything on. So again, please notice the engine didn't turn on there either, but we do have the green ready sign in the centre of the dash to tell you we are good to go. So put this into a drive or reverse mode and the electric motor will start off for you. And again, when that torque demand exceeds what the electric motor capability is, the 2.5 litre engine will kick in and take you where you need to go. So I like to describe this as half analog, half digital dashboard, and on the steering wheel we have two sets of arrows. So the left hand arrows correspond to this left hand screen here, we can see all your driver assistance, and the right hand arrows go to the middle part of the screen. So I just wanted to show you what I'm going to be pushing in a minute. So to begin, on the left hand side of the screen we have an RPM gauge around the outside. This is times 1000. This is also known as the output power of the engine. So we can expand this menu, we can see different trip computers, we've got different fuel economies on there, but we also have the driver assistance pack, which includes your traction control, grade assist, local hazard information, blind spot assist, cross traffic alert, cruise control, lane keeping, pre-collision assist, tyre monitor, speed limiter, traffic signs, trailer control, and we're back up to traction control. So fantastic software on board this vehicle to keep you nice and safe. Next up, we can go into vehicle settings. This is where you can see a lot of the sensors that I mentioned earlier, such as your auto high beam. We've got your folding mirrors in there. We've got oil life. We've got things such as your power liftgate settings, remote start. I often get asked about remote start. What is it? What does it do? Well, remote start is an application that you can download to your phone called Ford Pass Connect. So if you did purchase this vehicle, download it to your phone. Then you can connect your phone and vehicle together and take advantage of things such as remote start setup. And that includes front and rear seats, front seats and steering wheel heating, and even set the climate control and even duration, all sorts. So imagine out on a frosty morning whilst you're drinking your coffee, you're preheating your car. Wonderful. So that is effectively the left hand screen. Now we progress in, let's do the right hand first. At the right hand side you have the analog speedo around the outside displaying miles per hour. In the middle we can see a fuel gauge and also some of the essential information for the adaptive cruise control. So if I was just to take this off a standby very quickly, you will then see the set speed to the left hand side and standby, and we also have a distance control as well. So see, as those grey bars are appearing, that is theoretically the distance towards the vehicle in front of you. So your speed will be adapted based on whoever is in front. Now into the middle section. At the bottom is a gear selector indicator, followed by a seatbelt warning sign because I don't have my seatbelt on. Then we have the odometer, so the exact mileage is 9,529.9. So now we're going to expand the screen. We're currently on a navigation screen, so you can see the compass. Now we have entertainment at the top, which is obviously off at the moment, Bluetooth phone connectivity, and we can also have a nice big digital speedo in the middle if required. So it's very nice to customize what you're looking at there. So that's about it for the screen ahead of us. I mean, there's a bit more to it, but I don't want to waste too much of your day. Move my seat back a bit so you can see something other than just knees. Again, we've covered the arrows to start on the left hand side. These are the buttons for the adaptive cruise control. So set speed is at the left hand side, set distance on the right hand side, and just above it is we have the standby button and your speed limiter. The right hand side of the steering wheel is where you can access the quick toggle buttons for the media controls. So you have a previous and next song, pick up and decline phone call, a voice command, we have mute, and we have a volume up and down. Again, done the left hand side, force of habit, and this button here at the end of the indicator will turn off lane assist with a click of a button. Right, continuing to the middle part of the vehicle, we have this gigantic cubby hole. I normally promote, this is where your sweets go, but in this instance I think it might be too big. You might have too many sweets in there, but again, fill that with sweets on your longer journey. Cup holders are always essential in vehicles. I've never understood cars with no cup holders. You know, you're going to get thirsty. These are nice little rubber grommets, you see. So where it's a big cup, big bottle, little bottle, or just a can, put your grommet back in and it reduces the distance. I'm a big fan of that. You've got the spring loads there. So your tea's not going to go flying out everywhere in the morning. Wonderful. So progressing on now. So this is the rotary gear selector. It's a thing of beauty. It really is just beautiful. So this is how you select your drive mode with low range found in the middle. This is your electronic handbrake. You pull up to apply and push down to cancel. Left hand side is the button for the forward self park assist, and also this button will turn off the parking sensors. Underneath this little flap here is two USB A's, let me heighten the brightness, two USB A's and also a 12-volt socket for charging and other goodies. Next up we have the SONY premium audio system, including a CD player. So if you've just put your CD albums back up into the loft, get them back down again because we're going to have a party. Now, this vehicle has the dual zone climate control. And it has two ways of setting that as well. Whether you're a fan of physical buttons, so you like to touch and feel and actually adjust it, we have temperature controls for both sides of the cabin with fan speed found in the middle. Just above that are the three-way electrically heated seats. Then moving up, we do have the buttons to turn on and off, recirculation, electronically heated windscreen, air conditioning that side. To the left hand side we've got rear demist, front demist, max demist and automatic function. We do have sound settings, can be found just on that button there, and we also have your ejection button for the CD player. Now I say that with emphasis about the buttons because on the sync module we do have a climate screen, which I shall come to in just a moment. So now we're up here, I just want to kind of flow through this logically. So this button here is for your front camera. So like I said earlier, click it once, you just see out the front. Click it again, we go to the wide spectrum. Click it once more, and that disappears. While we're discussing cameras, here is the reversing camera. So this is a nice beautiful camera with your proximity sensors for the front and rear parking sensors found at the top right hand side of the screen. This will give you an intermittent beep that will increase in frequency as you get closer to the object in question. For a vehicle having a detachable tow bar, the most important line you can see there is the black one in the middle, because this will line you up to your trailer, your caravan or whatever you're connecting, and nice and easily, so you're not going to have to shout at someone out left a bit, right a bit, down a bit, forward. No, that's all a thing of the past. You can just do it yourself using technology. Now, not forgetting to put it back into park. This now here is the Sync 3.4 module. We have the dark blue band at the bottom, so we know it's the updated Sync 3 software. Left hand side you'll find audio, which can be divided into different sources such as AM, FM, DAB, CD player and your Bluetooth audio. Bluetooth audio, this is where you can connect your phone via Bluetooth to receive incoming calls, you can make calls and also play your tunes. In the middle there is your climate screen. So I mentioned this earlier, so again we do have separate temperature controls. You can either adjust them on the physical buttons or you can touch the screen and do it manually. Also the control to turn off the air conditioning, we have rear demist and we also have the heated steering wheel there as well. Next up we have the forward navigation, a fantastic navigation system I use all the time in my vehicle. For example, you'd like to come to Perkins Garages to have a look at this Galaxy, you shall need the postcode of Charlie Mike 77 6 Sierra Alpha. Click the search bar box even and that'll navigate your route straight to Perkins in no time at all. I'm not going to click start because well, I'm here already. Let's take you over to settings now, where you can adjust all of the classic settings you would come to expect. Like you said, I'm not going to list them all, but you can see them all there. Also we have Apple CarPlay and even an ambient light. So Sync 3.4 is supportive of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So whichever software you have on your mobile phone, plug it in using one of those USB ports that I previously shown you, and it will mirror your iPhone or Android onto this screen here. Many advantages of that, obviously it's going to be charging your phone. The second big one is there are apps on your phone that are compatible on this screen. So if you wasn't a fan for whatever reason of your forward navigation system, I mean, I won't be annoyed, I promise, but Waze, Google Maps, Apple Maps, they're all compatible on this screen here, so you can use whichever is your preference. So I'm just going to click the parking button I mentioned earlier. This is the self park assist. This will give you a parallel park out, a perpendicular park in, and also a click the right button, a parallel park in there as well. So you can use the indicators to dictate which side of the road you shall be parking on, follow the instructions on the screen, put it in the appropriate drive gear, and let the electronic steering rack do the rest of the magic. So a very clever system indeed. So yeah, I think I've covered quite a lot. I don't think there's anything glaringly obvious I've missed. Yeah, that'll do. Lovely. Thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. If you did have a question about this vehicle or any other vehicle we have here at Perkins Garages, pick up the phone, speak to someone. 01376 550 899. Thanks for watching, have a good day, like, subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon. If you have something to say, leave it in the comment section below. Thanks very much, goodbye for now.